A professional clinician knows all of the method. They can teach fundamental, intermediate, and advanced. They can teach colt starting, foal training.
You know, it wasn't just a childhood passion. I wanted to go farther with this.
The world of horse training is not for the faint of heart. Known to break some of the toughest individuals, no other academy tops the Clinton Anderson Academy. Only a select few have risen to the challenge.
They, in essence, really are as good as me doing the method. They can teach it well, they can train it to a horse. They're extremely well-rounded horsemen.
I was born and raised on a family dairy farm, and we didn't have any horses on the actual farm. Horses were kind of hay burners, waste of money. So it took me a little while to get my dad convinced that I needed to have this horse. You know, it wasn't just a childhood passion. I wanted to go farther with this. We went to probably the worst place to go. We went to a sale barn, and within probably 2 or 3 weeks, I had that mare doing every wrong thing possible. I couldn't catch it, couldn't take her out for a ride without her jigging on the trail. And so that's what actually sought me out to find Clinton, and my journey started from there as far as getting more knowledge as a horseman and realized how much I actually didn't know.
Kristin came into the program relatively young. She was a little bit shy in the beginning, and I had to encourage her, hey, you know, speak up a little bit, have some confidence, get out there. And it didn't take her long before she had that. You know, I think it just took hands-on experience talking to people. You know, we're very good at what we do. We set these students up to where when they first start teaching, it's more on one-on-one, and they get really good at that. And then we get them a small group of people, then a bigger group of people. And now Kristin travels with me on tour, and she can speak to 1,000, 1,500 people and not even blink an eye. Kristin initially came down for a little over a year and graduated and went home and studied and kept teaching the method, the fundamental level of the method, and traveled all over the country for 2 years. And that was a really good break for her because it helped her develop her people skills. She got to travel all over the country. And then she decided that that wasn't enough knowledge. She has a thirst for knowledge. So she said, I want to come back to the ranch. I want to reach my professional clinician status.
Work with the same people for 2 to 3 lessons throughout the year or two that I had been on the road, and they had gotten pretty darn good at the fundamentals. These were dedicated horsemen, dedicated to the method, dedicated to following Clinton, and had their fundamentals down pretty well. And only having certification to teach the fundamentals, I wasn't able to bring them to that next level, and I wanted to be able to bring that to them.
Kristin absolutely knows the method inside and out. She has the highest testing out of anybody in the company for the theory of down under horsemanship. So when she's teaching, she sounds just like me. She talks like me, she sounds like me, and that's what people are hiring. People are hiring in my mind, they're almost hiring a better version of me.
Since coming back to the ranch, we've gotten to dive more into the intermediate. We did the advanced series, we did colt starting, we did foal training. My favorite would have to be working with the foals. I enjoyed going out at the end of the day, spending time with them, some friendly time, scratching on them, finding their itchy spots. You know, it was kind of a relaxing way to kind of end the day. So now that I've graduated my professional certification, instead of going back on the road right now, I'm gonna actually stay at the ranch and get more knowledge in Clinton's reining program. I'm gonna start working with his 2-year-old performance colts, and I am extremely excited to be able to do this because this is where you take the method to a whole nother level, where you can actually advance the horse into a discipline, and I'm excited to be a part of that.
I would say by the time I get done training her in the performance horse division of the method, I would say that she'll probably be the most skilled horseman that we produced so far. She would be equally as skilled as what Shayna is, okay? Shayna to date is probably as skilled as me in the method, and I would say in another 18 months, Kristin will be level with Shayna and myself, being able to teach her of, the entire method plus the performance horses.